Hi Scorpio, welcome back. So Scorpio, this is going to be your mid-February check-in, and let's go ahead and get started, okay? So the overall energy that just came out is the Ascendant, which is talking about your worldview, your perception. It can be talking about the way you express yourself, your overall affect. Okay, if you don't know what affect is, it's like your facial expressions, how you're expressing emotion, etc., all being highlighted during this time period. It's also about your attitude, your outer self, your point of view, and really just your outlook, whether that be on yourself, the people you're dealing with, the world around you, you name it. So that's kind of the part of your energy that's being highlighted during this time. And let's see what the supporting energy is, and then we're going to go a little bit further into it, okay? It's a very impactful energy, okay? And it's going to be all about your approach during these next few weeks. And if you recall the overall February you versus them reading, it was kind of similar energy to that, to like being aware of your effect on other people and kind of like the ripple effect, okay? And I know some people loved that reading, some people hated that reading, but if it resonated with you, then great. If it didn't, then this one might, okay? Or this could be a continuation of that reading, okay? So you also have the Two of Swords out, which is a little bit of uncertainty here, all right? Or a little bit of a closed off energy. So let's see where this is going. That could be you or someone you're dealing with during this time period. In this spread, I'm going to pull all of your energy, Scorpio, past, present, and future. And then I'll pull cards on the person or people you may be dealing with. Okay. So if you're new to me, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. So let's see what the recent past energy is for Scorpio. Well, here you are, Scorpio. Dun, 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 dun. There's your card, the Death card. You've got the Nine of Wands here, Death card, Page of Cups. So I definitely feel like in the recent past, you had taken the approach of kind of being a little bit on the fence or on guard. You know, maybe you have been very skeptical about someone else's intentions, or just kind of like off-putting is the word that comes to my mind. Like somebody might have really been off-putting to you, okay? Or vice versa. But I feel like there's a sense of change here with the Death card, you know, transformation here. And then followed by the Page of Cups, you know, there could be things changing internally as far as where you stand emotionally, okay? You might be really uncertain about that, or have been uncertain about that in the past, whether or not to, I guess, fully let go or to offer a new connection, like offer a new olive branch, and kind of really analyzing yourself, really analyzing the situation or this person for some of you. Maybe trying to figure that out, okay? Figure out your approach is what I'm getting. Okay. If it's not in relation to a person, it's just this energy of really being very choosy, you know, about what you're going to connect with or who you're going to connect with, whether it be in your social circle, career, whatever. And I don't think that's unusual for Scorpio, right? Like you're very choosy in who you express emotion to or who you allow like emotional connections with, because you're a very analytical sign, right? And that's just kind of how you function. Not just everybody gets into a Scorpio's bubble. You know, you're very choosy, right? Until you feel certain. So that's kind of the energy I'm picking up here for the recent past. And now we're going to go into the present energy. I have a massive ringing in my ears right now. So I don't know what's up with that. It could be my light. It's gone now. Present energy. It was like so random. Sorry about that, Scorpio. Okay, so present energy is the Hanged Man, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Now the Page of Pentacles came out in the reverse, but I don't read reversals in this deck, but I'll read it both ways for you, okay? So, as Scorpio, you're definitely trying to gain perspective on like how best to go about a situation or a conversation for some of you, okay? There may be an opportunity this upcoming within the next upcoming few weeks to make a reconnection or a new connection for some of you, but I feel like you're also like analyzing the hell out of it, or as it's presented to you, you're really looking at it from all angles. You're not just going to like accept, you know, or the person you're dealing with might be in that energy where they are looking at it from all angles, or both, you know. But I definitely get that with the Hanged Man, you know, kind of trying to gain some enlightenment, trying to see it from a different perspective. All right. If things have been at a pause, because I just noticed this was in the this came out upside down. If things had been stagnant, I do feel that energy is lifting during this time frame, and hallelujah, it's about time, right, Scorpio? So I do see that there is like a speeding up of the energy, okay? And I saw that kind of in the overall February reading. And so I think there's definitely new opportunities to be grabbed, new communication for some of you, or conversations that need to be had that are going to take place, you know? It's pushing the momentum forward. It's kind of like I wanted to say immature energy, but I don't mean it in the way that of like someone is being immature. I mean that it has yet to develop or grow. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of like where there is the potential there, but if it's not grabbed, nothing will come of it. If it's grabbed, then there's possible growth potential. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like where your free will comes in here as to whether or not it's going to develop past like possibility, from a possibility into something solid. Okay, whether that's love or career. So let's go into the future energy, Scorpio. So here we have now the Four of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the King of Wands. Wow, okay. So I'm only pulling your energy. This is your energy, what you'll be embodying, okay? Four of Swords, Nine of Cups, King of Wands. You know what? Scorpios move in the silence, right? You don't really like to put all your chips on the table. And I felt like in the past weekly reading, which I did feel that that message got missed. But what essentially it was about was kind of making big plans, but not really launching it yet, or not really speaking about it, you know, kind of like in the planning phase, right? And that's what I was talking about with the energy being like potential energy, right? So I do feel towards the end of February, early March, you're definitely taking like a quieter approach. But emotionally, I think you feel very satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Like this person is pretty satisfied with themselves here. Some of you are getting emotional satisfaction from simply being quiet, you know, or maybe not giving attention to a situation or a person, or not giving an opportunity here, okay? For others of you, it's more of just kind of keeping to yourself, getting the rest that you need, and then getting satisfaction out of that and your energy back. Okay, so if you've had a drain on your energy here, I feel like that's going to make a comeback, particularly towards March, like the spring area. But, you know, time is malleable. It'll be different for all of you. And then you kind of go into this more fiery vibe, Scorpio, where you're ready to kind of like call it like you see it, take action on the things that you want. This is not an energy that backs down. Like if you emotionally want something or something is fueling your passion, I feel like you're going to go for it during this time period. Like I said, particularly going into March, but it'll be different for all of you. All right, but it's like really taking time to analyze, to stop, to think, to see it from all point of views or someone else's point of view, because I think you're really thinking about your approach. You know what I'm saying? And then also maybe trying to think through like the impact and what role you want to play. So, I mean, I like that for Scorpio, for sure. So, if you are interested in the person you are dealing with, then this is where the reading continues. If not, you can end it there. I'm going to pull cards now on the person or people you might be dealing with during this time frame. Most likely it's going to be an intimate partner, but it can also resonate platonic. It could be friends, family, coworkers, you name it. So let's see what this person's recent past energy is for you. So they have the Four of Cups, Scorpio, and the Judgment card here. The Four of Cups in this deck is a little bit kind of salacious. I think that's the word. In that it talks about like things going on behind the scenes, gossip, you know, like kind of undercover stuff. And that's in the person you're dealing with recent past energy. So I was wanting one more card, but it doesn't want to come out. And then with Judgment here, I think that this person is trying to, you know, either gain information or knowledge, but it's like behind the scenes. Like, so there may be conversations going on that you don't know about, or like this person might be, yeah, like gossiping, or it doesn't have to be negative. They could just simply be talking to people about you, Scorpio, and or people are coming to them with that energy. Like there could be someone here that's trying to interfere or intercede, and so they may be like coming to this person that you're dealing with and saying things about you or spreading like lies, or like I got the word salacious, and that's not like a word that I've ever used. So I'm actually gonna go Google it after we get done here. But that's the word I got. And it results in this person making a very big judgment call. You know, whether that's a judgment towards you or a judgment in their own life. Yeah, like this insider information created in this person the need to make a very serious judgment call. And for some of you, it was to turn their back on you, to turn away from you. So like someone may have come to this person and like put some stuff in their ear, and it kind of turned off-putting. It was very off-putting. And so like this person may have closed their energy off to you, or like totally stagnated the situation because of that. Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be possible that this person was gossiping about you and made the decision because they were trying to intercede with you, like moving forward. But I see it more of the opposite way. But it's a general reading, so it can be vice versa. You'll know which situation you're in. Either way, it was off-putting. Whatever was said, whatever was heard, it created a change in the situation, right? And it may not even been truthful. But it definitely caused uncertainty. So we'll see if it was the truth or not. Let's go forward a little bit into their present energy. Person you are dealing with. Their present energy. Queen of Wands, Three of Cups. Seven of Swords. Holy shnikes. Knight of Wands. Well, definite lies here. That's funny because I said, what I just say? I said I'm going to clarify to see if it was truthful or not. And then the deception card came out. So in this person's present energy, I feel like this person is definitely trying to assert their own self-worth. Okay, and they have like a reconciliation energy here, or like a coming together energy, if nothing else. You know, wanting to be surrounded by their social circle or you, or come together. That's what I'm feeling. But then the Seven of Swords, the ugly Seven of Swords is here. So what got in the way is what I just said. Either gossip, reading between the lines, or downright deception, whether that was someone interceding within like a third party mingling. And it doesn't have to be like a cheating scenario, like a friend or someone coming to this person and getting involved in your business or their business. And or just, like I said, downright misreading the situation. And that brings this action-oriented energy kind of to a halt, or it changes the course or the direction of this situation. Okay. I think that there's a lot of disappointment here on this person's side. Okay, so like this person is a little bit emotionally detached. I don't think there's only a little bit of nudity here. This person's like emotionally detached, right? Not facing each other, and just kind of like disappointed. So let's go into the future energy. So you have the Wheel of Fortune here. Ten of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Now, the Nine of Pentacles in this deck has a totally different meaning, and I'll go into that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, definite karma here. Okay, so if someone was misreading the situation, okay, so let's say the intent wasn't bad. It was just they read too far in between the lines, or you did, or it was not, but with ill intention, then, okay, I feel like you'll work past that. On the other hand, if someone had bad intentions, purposely trying to undermine or block something from happening, then the Wheel of Fortune is here to say karma's here. Okay, and karma can be quite a bitch, right? So, excuse my language, but it can be. So I think that, you know, that could be a caution for you or your cross watcher. It just kind of depends. But then you have the Ten of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, and this person's future energy. So if you remember, you had the Nine of Cups. Now this person has the Ten of Cups, right? So this person's searching for emotional satisfaction as well. But at the same time wanting to assert their independence, you know, but it is also like a very self-confident, action-oriented vibe, similar to the way your energy showed up here. Now, what I was saying about the Nine of Pentacles is, look at this depiction. This guy is like, I can't show you the nudity in it, but she's sleeping, right? And this dude is like cutting her hair as she sleeps. So there could be an obsession here, all right? Whether that's on your part or this part is showing up as a masculine, but we all carry masculine and feminine energies here. So I feel like also the Ten of Cups in this deck is about letting go. So I think this person is in this stance that if it was truly emotionally fulfilling, or if it was truly meant to be, I'm going to let it go, right? And if it comes back, it comes back. Like, I think that's the stance that this person's taking, because they were going to take action, but there's something here that impedes that. And then they go into this energy of just like, you know, if that's the truth, then let that be the truth. I'm going to let it go and be independent and kind of cut ties with the situation almost, right? Is what I'm feeling here. But yeah. So I did want to get I definitely want to clarify, what's the Four of Cups about here? The Hierophant, the Star. Okay, so that's the Four of Cups energy there. So, I wanted to know, like, what this behind the scenes stuff was. And you got the Hierophant and the Star. So it's in regards to a relationship, okay, that was maybe going through, like, a healing phase. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this could have been a relationship that somebody wanted to heal with you, or you were in the process of healing, where there might have been a lot of changes going on, where you might have started seeing each other's point of view, and then dun 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 dun, here comes like a third person, I feel, that kind of injects their own 2 cents, and it changes the perception of this person or you or both. And then it's like back to uncertainty, back to closed off energy, you know, someone being disappointed, not taking action. Yeah. So I feel like that's a lot of past energy. Some of you may be currently going through something like that, but the good news is the future energy is a total turnaround. So here's what I know about life, okay? And I don't pretend to know everything, but I do know this. Karma will always correct the balance. So if there was something going on that interceded with this dynamic and it wasn't on the up and up, then it will rebalance the situation naturally. So I feel like try as this person might, or this other you know, whoever this is that's interceded, you still end up getting emotional satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still end up on the winning end of this. This person still ends up getting emotional fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? So it may pause it for a moment. Like, it may cause issues for sure, but it won't pause it forever. Does that make sense? So it's like, they may win, you know, the battle, but they haven't won the war. You know, that type of vibe, that type of energy. Because I see beautiful energy in the future, both for you and the person you're dealing with. All right. So whether that's separate, you know, whether that's together or separate, whether that's with this person or without, thank you, it doesn't really matter, because both get some sort of, gratification is the word. Gratification. Okay. That's the Ten of Cups. Yeah, the Tower. And it's surprising. You know, so here comes the universe to rebalance the scales, and it's going to throw things maybe out of balance for a moment during the end of February, early March, probably during the retrograde, but this is also the sign of Scorpio in this deck. So I feel like, you know, this is you showing up on this person's side and their energy. And the Magician, yeah, manifestation for sure. Okay, so yes. So I think that karmically things will come about naturally without much force. So I don't feel like you need to, like, you know, feel like you need to defend yourself. I don't feel like if you're like tempted to like write your name, or not write, but like make it right, you know, or clear the record, because I see some of you are tempted to do that. This is saying, actually, just kind of let it play out, you know, because this person will see the truth. You will see the truth. Karma will work in that favor because you're keeping your intentions high. And things will manifest, right? And it kind of manifests by somewhat like let go, let live energy, you know, not letting other people sway the situation here. What's the Knight of Cups? Yeah, the Sun card on your side. Ooh, oops. I just had one more card flip. Let's see what it is. Or maybe not. So yeah, getting emotional. You look good over here. You're getting emotional satisfaction, happiness, tapping into your own inner child. Justice. Nice, Knight of Pentacles. This is the karmic scales balancing out. Good. Because, as I was going to say earlier, your overall February you versus them reading was not the most popular among Scorpios. Because it was, there was a high probability that someone was going to make a fool of themselves, whether it's you or they. And now I see the situation has played out for a lot of you, or is in the process of playing out. And I picked it up as possibly you, Scorpio, but I don't think it was you. And I don't think it was the person you're dealing with. I think it's someone external to that situation. That, may be called out during this time period, to be quite honest with you. So you can rest easy there. But, still stay balanced. Watch the way you express yourself during this time period. Not a problem for you. I think you've seen it from all points of view, all right? Or you're going to be seeing it from all points of view during this time frame. And then there's justice here. So I love that for you. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with. And don't click off because I have an extra message just for Scorpio. But zodiac signs you might be dealing with. You could be dealing with another Scorpio, a Pisces. I have Aquarius here. Taurus. What else do I have? Leo. Libra. Aries, Sagittarius. Another Scorpio, Cancer. Libra again. Virgo. Small possibility of Capricorn. But I see mostly the zodiac signs I named off. But keep in mind, it's a general reading, so it's going to be different for all of you, okay? If it resonated, it resonated. Don't worry about the zodiac signs. It's a general reading. So I do want to have a little talk here with my Scorpios, and I know that's going to make this an extremely long video, but I feel the need to do it. And I hate to point out things, because it was in jest, but when I went live on Sunday, and I went through all of the weekly readings, the Scorpio reading in particular got a lot of comments, to say the least. And I told a story about a conversation that I actually had with a Scorpio recently in the past week or so, right? And he was very blunt, with me, and it was kind of shocking that he was as blunt as he was. And I shared that story on my live, and I'm not going to rehash it here. So if you want to know what the story was, go watch it. But, it really, really, really made people feel a certain way. And so here's what I want to clarify that I did not clarify in the video. I told that story because, based on the cards I was seeing, somebody was going through that. Okay. Whether it was a Scorpio doing that or someone doing that to the Scorpio. So I really didn't go into the why, but that was why I was saying that. But what I also needed to clarify that I didn't is that I was not at all in any way, shape, or form saying all Scorpios do that. And most of my Scorpio followers are women. And that story was about a Scorpio man. And some of the behaviors they do when they're not like keeping it on the up and up, right? So I just wanted to put it out there. I was not overgeneralizing. I have a lot of Scorpio followers. I have a lot of Scorpio in my own chart and a lot of friends that are Scorpios. And so I want you guys to know I love you. So thank you for your support. Don't take every reading to heart. Sometimes it's not about you or for you. And then also I got a lot of comments kind of like bashing my the Scorpio that I was talking about that told me the truth about himself. And people were really, really like taking it there in the comments, calling him a narcissist and this terrible things. And while I don't agree with the tactic he told me, and I don't agree with the behavior, you know, be careful with the overjudgment, people. He was being honest. I mean, you got to give him that. And you know, this person is not a narcissist. They don't have the best tactics of going about things, but I can tell you for a fact that deep down inside, this person has a really good heart, and there are deeper meanings as to why they do the things that they do and why also they felt the need to tell me it. But don't go there. Okay, so that word narcissist gets thrown around way too much out here in YouTube land. So we're all capable of doing things that we're not proud of. So just be careful with that. Anyways, that's my message. That was my special message for Scorpios. I hope you guys know I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't yet, check out my Facebook, my Instagram, all linked down below. Also, I have another YouTube where I don't do tarot. I just kind of like do what I just did, which is kind of blah, blah, blah about whatever's on my mind. And I recently changed the name. It's now And Now Deep Thoughts with Dana, but it's also linked below if you want to follow me there. Also, check out my merchandise, and in addition to being able to subscribe for free, and please do, you can also become a member by clicking the blue join button, and for a nominal fee, get additional behind the scenes and goodies. So check it out. Wishing you guys the very, very best. Now I love you. Till next time. Namaste. Bye.